All right, good morning, everybody. Joe Van Doren here, and welcome to our Virtues Pick today. Got a little confusing there, but here we go. So, we're so happy to be here with you today, and we have an excellent word that, and I just used it. I can't believe I just did that. We have an excellent word today, and that word is excellence. And that was completely unintended. But nonetheless, this is a great virtue for us to really focus on because it will tie into everything that we do and say, all of our relationships. So let's read the description first, and then we will discuss it just a little bit. So, excellence is giving our very best to any task we do and any relationship we have. Within us are many possibilities. Excellence hones our talents and turns them into gifts for the world. Excellence requires us to practice humility by learning from mistakes. Each time we do something, we seek to improve it, to keep raising the bar. Excellence is effort guided by a noble purpose. It is ongoing mastery. It flows when we are doing what we love. The perfection of a seed is the fruit that grows from it. Excellence in our lives brings our gifts to fruition. So, we all strive for excellence. And at least we want excellence. And so the question is are we really striving for it? Are we really working towards that? And one of the best ways of doing that I have found for myself is not to get all upset when we make a mistake, which has taken me a long time to learn. And I'm still working on it, to be perfectly honest with you, because sometimes when I make a mistake and I get embarrassed or whatever, I don't know about you, but that's a real trigger for me. And I can be pretty upset about it. And so been working on practicing that part of humility, I would guess is the right thing to say, and to learn from the mistakes that I've made, and to be willing to learn from others and be willing to take on their help so that I can keep on my course towards mastery in whatever it might be. So it might be, carpentry. It might be some sort of landscaping. It might be some other task that I've taken on, whether it's in cooking or whatever it might be. But I think today what I really want to focus on is, am I doing the same sort of things in my relationships? So in my relationships with friends and with family and with my intimate, with my wife and those the closest to me, I still make mistakes, as we all do. We know we say things, we do things that don't really bring about the kind of results that we were hoping for. So, excellence is giving our best, but then also being willing to learn from our mistakes and to be guided by a noble purpose. So that really brings me to this next part of this. As I was thinking about excellence and was reading that, is that excellence in our relationships and really in anything that we do in life, whether it's our job or whatever, begins with the four C's. It begins first with clarity. Clarity is, what is it that we want, and what does excellence look like in this particular situation? So if we're talking about our relationship, what would an excellent relationship look like? How do I have to act to demonstrate excellence in this relationship? And when I do make a mistake, when I do something that doesn't bring that feeling of excellence, then what do I need to do to improve that relationship, to be better? And then, of course, once we can clarify those things, what it looks like and how we want to be seen and what we want to feel, then we can move to the next thing in communication, both with ourselves and with others. And so when we're communicating with ourselves, what I found is that just simply asking the question, what is it that I need right now, and how could I demonstrate excellence in at a higher level? How could I level this up? As one of my teachers has said to me, it's not just about where we are right now, but now. So even if you believe you're at a level 10 in whatever your relationship, or whatever, what could you do to make it to level it up another notch? And so then communicate that both with yourself and with others. And I think asking questions is a good way of starting that. But also, I think another way of demonstrating excellence in our relationships is by communicating the goodness that we see in the person that we're connected to, whether it's our intimate partner or to our friends, whatever, and communicating it in a manner that they see the excellence in themselves. And so now we have clarity. We know what we want. We know what it looks like. We know how we want to feel. We've communicated with ourselves in trying to grow from that point, and communicate it with others so that they too can see the goodness in themselves. And now we come to the third C, and that's consistency. It doesn't do any good to just do this for a day. It doesn't do any good to do it just for an hour or for a week or 2 weeks. It's something that we continue to work on, that we practice on a regular basis, that we're consistent with questioning ourselves and looking for ways to level up and to bring that excellence into our life. It's ongoing. It's not something that we attain and then we say, well, that's it. I can't get any better than this, and that life would not be very good. It wouldn't be very exciting, and wouldn't bring us much joy and happiness and satisfaction, except for the fact that we always know that there's something else that we can improve in. It reminds me of the martial arts story of the older gentleman who was 90 some years old. He was on his deathbed, and someone asked him if there was any regrets that he had in life, and he said, just one, and that is that I didn't have more time to practice the front punch. Well, the front punch is like one of the first things that you learn as you're learning the martial arts. And so it was something that he had practiced for 70 some 80 years, whatever, 90 years, whatever it was. He had practiced it for a really long time, but he was just beginning to understand it. And that's the idea, that we're constantly making those improvements and growing and raising the bar and leveling up, as we say. And it only comes with practice and with consistency. And so that's why we have the third C. And then finally, community. And that excellence always comes when we're willing to invite others into our community to help us when we're learning something, to help us to see how we can improve, and to see examples of others who are doing an excellent job. So, I just love this word, and especially as it deals with the subject of relationships. So it's not just about us giving our best, but it's also about seeing the best in others and practicing consistently inside our relationships and in our friendships and other places. How do we help our children to gain this and to grow this virtue of excellence? It's certainly by expectations, without a doubt, but not expectations like, you have to be perfect, because that's not going to happen. It's just expectations, and that this is the standard that we're setting. We've clarified exactly what we're looking for, right? We've clarified the virtues that we want to practice and how they look in our family. We've clarified our goal, our mission, our vision for our family. And so as we live that consistently and we communicate that consistently, we're really growing our child in helping them to practice excellence in everything that they do. So, for example, if excellence in your family is, has something to do with education or constant learning or being a lifelong learner, then your children are going to grow with that kind of idea in their mind, and it becomes a part of who they are. And so I think that's one of the ways anyway that you can grow excellence and develop excellence in your children. All right, everybody. So thank you for being here today. That was a great thing for me to think about this morning. And I'm going to practice excellence today. I'm really going to focus on it, especially in my relationships. So thank you for being here, and keep practicing all of the virtues as well as the 4 C's of successful families. And that is clarity, communication, consistency, and community. Until next time. Whoops, there's my hand. Bye.